this is the cab of the drag line. This is where the operator ran this huge piece of machinery. He moved that big mass there and dragged the bucket along and scooped up coal and dirt for probably 8, 10, 12, maybe even longer than that, hours per day. It's pretty amazing, really. I'm about probably realistically 50 feet high. It seems like I'm about 200 feet off the ground, just the way the scale is, and we are right at the very edge of the drag line, and looking right up at the mast. Really, ergonomically, it doesn't seem too bad. You can have your controls right here, but there's a big fuse box. I don't know, I guess the more I think about it, this whole thing's kind of scary. Now I'm inside the bucket. To give you an idea of how big this thing is, you could easily put probably a pretty good sized van. I'm about 6 foot tall, and there's all kinds of room. It's absolutely amazing how this big piece of machinery can pull this through the ground and scoop up coal. Well, now I'm actually inside the drag line, and one of the motors, or actually I think that's the only motor, is right here. This thing's massive. Earlier I said how big the bucket is, about the size of a van. This motor is literally the size of a, well, I know it's the size of my TT, and a lot bigger than my motorcycle. This place is creepy. I'd be lying to you if I said it doesn't freak me out coming here, but I think that's one of the reasons why I do enjoy coming here, is because it does freak me out so much. Not to sound too twisted, but I expect to see some kind of body or body parts hanging from up in the rafters, because this is straight out of any horror film that you've seen. Again, I've been coming in here for many years, and one of my favorite places to come photograph because of all the rust, the colors. Here you've got your blues, your rust, you got the oil coming off the valves. It really is a pretty amazing place to photograph. The lighting, you got light coming in from the fans, the way the shadows bounce off of the angle iron, it's just amazing. The pulleys on the electric motors in here are bigger than me. I'm about 6 foot. So these giant wheels with spools of wire, you get caught in one of those things, you're a goner. Back when these things were built, safety probably wasn't really much of a consideration. You didn't have the machine guarding that you do now. One of the spooky things about being in here is you keep hearing the bang, bang, bang. Just like that. That's the wind pushing the door. We're basically on this reclaimed property, which is kind of like a prairie, so the winds are just whistling by. So, well, I hope you enjoyed our dragline adventure off to the next Brendan's favorite spot in Indiana. So I always try to make a point to stop here on this little bridge. I'm right off of 157. Bridges like this Iron Bridge are a thing of the past. There's another one right back behind me to the east, but it's a train bridge. You can see the new one that replaced this bridge, I have no idea when, right back here. I'm glad I just stopped or got here because I got stung by something really bad. And yeah, it's just one of the perils of riding. It hurts. So I don't think I'm allergic, but I will tell you this just in case I do drop dead. I got the chills really bad right now. So I hope it doesn't cut this day short. But old iron bridge built in the early 1900s. Enjoy them while you can. There's very few of these things left, so I try to make a point to stop at each one. And the sun's coming out, so let's go to the next stop, which is going to be another bridge. a viaduct, or what some people call the Tulip Trestle, the Bloomfield Bridge. There's all kinds of nicknames. I'm not local, so I don't know what they are. It is operated, or the train that goes on it is an Indiana Railroad train. Thank you, Jackie, for the hat. I'll scroll some facts on the bottom of the screen to let you know really how big it is, because I don't want to just throw numbers out and somebody email me and say, hey, moron, you're wrong. But I will tell you this. It is tall. I'm going to tell you something else. It is very long. How long is it? Okay, so now you know how long it is. How tall is it? Now you know how tall it is. People actually do walk across this thing. I've been coming here, again, like the other places, for many years. I'm not going to tell you if I've walked across it, because that's illegal. You'd be trespassing. Now you may recall a little bit ago I got stung by a bee or something, and I really don't feel good. If I felt better, I'd climb up on there and show you a better view of the bridge. Now let's try it. Well, I give up. I'm about halfway and this just isn't happening. I'm by myself. I got ticker problems in the first place. Man, that bee's got to me. Okay, so enough of the woe is me stuff. Oh, it's bleeding. Another thing too is, evidently trespassing's been a problem. So they've got a barbed wire fence up there. That's good enough for me. Shouldn't be up there anyway. If you want to see some photos, I've got some photos on my purplepug.com website of the trestle from years ago. These are some neat things in Indiana. I'd like to show you more, but I think my day's pretty much done. So I hope you enjoyed this little adventure. It was a good birthday for me, other than that thing that stung me. And I'm going to try to walk back down this hill without busting my butt, hop on the V-Strom and head to Dairy Queen and get a nice treat. Thanks for hanging out. See ya.